Hello. So I thought I did so well with the mammoth stone, and I'm just doing this because I just need my mind off of other things right now. I decided to work on this one. This one's really deep, so I'm just going to go over it. So this seems like the money shot, we'll say. There's a lot of stuff going on there, and I think the best way to describe it is if you've ever looked at some of the old Latin art, where you might have like all kinds of like optical illusions kind of pushed together in many ways. And these could be very ancient. So I'll go over this. I also find some really creepy metaphors in some of these. So I found this in my backyard in Bristol, Connecticut. I don't live there anymore, but originally I was seeing something, and I would see this face over here, and I'd call it like a stargazer because he seemed to be looking up. But then when I added paint, the paint started to pick out things that I couldn't see. And I tried to find images on the other side, and that's a whole different story. And what I get here is a very emotionally charged image. Okay. So this guy with a headdress, we're going to say he's some kind of leader or deity or sachem, and he's just showing like so much pain and anguish on his face. And this looks like a headdress. I mean, it's even got like a hollow indent right there, just like there. Like, you know how like a turkey tail would go around. And even zooming in, and like I said, I painted it, but you could still see like individual feathers. So before it was painted, I couldn't even see those things. And if you ask me, these are very old. I hesitate to say there's a lot of these little lines. I think that actually indicates that they were sewn leather. I don't know how to explain that, but you got all this intricate detail. Or some kind of soft material. It's not chipped stone, like that's usually what gives artifacts away, is that's what everyone wants to see is an arrowhead or a spearhead, or like, you know, like these things. You can see how this is a cat head right there. I mean, there are chip markings, or, you know, things that are chipped. These are not chipped. It was probably formed another way. So what I saw here is he's got a crow on his shoulder. So there's the crow. But down here on his left shoulder, there's this grieving face. And I'm going to go look over here. These details were hard to get. But this is sad. I mean, it's like there's a hand back here, like maybe a mother cradling the head of a child that doesn't have eyes or ears. That's creepy. So what kind of metaphor do you have? This sachem showing so much pain in his face. He's got a crow on his shoulder, and this is what's in the area of his heart. A grieving mother, the dead child, or a child that cannot hear, cannot. Maybe you can interpret that. But then, this is hard to actually draw because these images are just so bunched up together. This area here, I'm going to go back over here. Did you notice there's like a cat head there? Like eye, nose, mouth, chin, ear. So, and then you've got these faces there, and then you've got this bird here. I'm going to show you something next. Okay, well, what if I just flipped it over? Now you've got this guy looking upward. It's so busy. I mean, like I said, the fact that I'm seeing this, I couldn't quite get it all, but there's also another cat head looking this way. It's like sitting, this is the ear. So eye, nose, mouth, ear point. These would be like the front paws. It's easier if I was to turn it over. Now I tried to trace these lines here. They're not as pretty, but ear, eye, nose, mouth, paws, hind leg here. The back side, look at this. Tooth, nose, ear, chin. Go this way. You've got this thing here. Eye, ear, nose, mouth. I mean, these deep cut lines. I was just, there's a face there. I mean, this is wild. Okay. It's not me. So I did this. I just made it a little plainer. So, okay, so I went from this to this. Oh, you see some kind of animal here. Nose, mouth, there's the eye. There's the eye, ear, mouth. There was some really crazy stuff going in my backyard thousands of years before I got there. All right, take care, everyone.